hope you all are having a very, very good day. It's exciting to be here. My name is Krister Häll. I'm a co-founder of the Good Guys Kombucha and the head of Europe committee at the Kombucha Brewers International. And, it's Biohacker Summit. I expect you all know what kombucha is. It's not very complicated thing. But the slides seem to be. Oh, no, here we go. So, essentially, we are talking about quite simple beverage. We only have water, we have tea, we have sugar, and a kombucha culture called a SCOBY. So, out of this comes kombucha. But even as it is very simple, we still have a lot of good, healthy, beneficial chemistry going on in kombucha. But what are the things that we are looking for when we are drinking kombucha? What are the main health benefits? Oftentimes, people have the conception of thinking that kombucha is a lactic acid bacteria fermentation that you should go for after the lactic acid bacteria, and that being the most beneficial thing in kombucha. But actually, I'd like to challenge this view by saying that it actually boils down to three different components. So the main healthy components in kombucha, first of all, you have tea. If you use organic, loose-leaf, high-quality tea in your kombucha, you're maximizing the health benefits you're getting out of it. Also, you have organic acids group, similar to vinegars, for instance. So you have acetic acid, gluconic acid, and essentially, if you brew kombucha let it ferment for a long time, in effect, you get vinegar. And then bacteria and yeast, so living microbes. Nowadays, modern people, we go to supermarkets, we buy a lot of processed food and pasteurized food. Of course, it has a long shelf life, but at the same time, it's quite poor on living microbes. And our guts are filled with microbes. And it's not only one bacteria strain that is working the magic in our gut, but it's a symphony of different kind of bacteria working in successions, one coming after another, and joining into this beautiful symphony. And the same applies to kombucha. You don't only find one strain of bacteria and yeast. You have a wide range of different bacteria and yeast, and all of these microbes, they are working together to put in all the byproducts of the fermentation, all the things that we love in the taste of kombucha. So not only the lactic acid bacteria is important to us. Of course, the lactic acid bacteria is the most researched area of gut health related bacteria, but also you have a number of other things going on. For instance, now we just recently conducted some DNA analysis on our kombucha, and we noticed this very clear path of microbial succession, meaning that in the fresh batch of kombucha, you have certain composition of bacteria and yeast. When time evolves, as a function of time, the microbial composition changes quite drastically. And we found out that it is at some stage of the fermentation, you start to have very, very interesting anaerobic bacteria popping up in the kombucha fermentation. And while looking at the latest gut microbe studies, we noticed that there's one Holdemanella species, for instance, that has been lately discovered to produce short-chain fatty acids, and this may have anti-tumoral properties. So for us, it's very, very important and very interesting to do these kind of studies because we understand how our kombucha is fermenting. What are the parameters that we have to take into account to optimize our kombucha for all the good things that we want to have in our kombucha? So it's not a flavor that you go to a supermarket and buy something sparkling water flavored as kombucha, but it's a real fermented beverage. And by understanding what we have inside, what's going on in the microbe level, the better we can adjust it and optimize it for the things that we need as modern human beings. And if you haven't already said hi to us and had a very nice glass of refreshing kombucha, then please do so. We are there close to the lunch place. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the day.